Good afternoon and welcome to Off Tube live audio commentary of Chelsea versus Aston Villa from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea enjoyed another victory in the UEFA Conference League on Thursday, downing Heidenheim 2-0 on their own patch to maintain their record as one of only two sides in the competition with a 100% record. The Blues will now aim to extend their wider competitive record to 6 games without defeat here, 1-3, drawn 2. However, just 9 of their 22 Premier League points accrued so far have come at Stamford Bridge. With that ratio of 41%, actually the lowest across the division ahead of this round. That highlights how Enzo Maresca's men haven't always put their best foot forward in front of their own fans this term. Some of the blame for that can be attributed to a leaky defensive unit that has yet to keep a clean sheet across their opening 6 league home games. That's Chelsea's longest wait for a home league win. A home league clean sheet since the start of the campaign of 1978 and 79. Up next are an Aston Villa side who have hit a tricky run of form, having not actually won a competitive match since a 2-0 Champions League victory over Bologna back in mid-October. Drawn 3 and lost 4. Exclusively in the Premier League, it's no win in 4 for Villa. Drawn 2, lost 2, who could go without a victory in 5 successive league games for the first time under boss Unai Emery. All that said, Aston Villa did come from behind to rescue a point to Crystal Palace last week and then followed it up with a 0-0 draw against Serie A giants Juventus on Wednesday in the Champions League. So there are signs they are getting back on track. Confidence can also be taken from the fact that the Midlands club are undefeated in 90 minutes across each of their past 4 competitive trips to Stamford Bridge. The players are just making their way out onto the pitch right now, so why don't we take a look at the starting lineups. Both sides have made changes for this game, starting with Chelsea, who's made 3 changes. Starting with goalkeeper Robert Sanchez in goal, Mark Cucurella, Levi Colwell, Wesley Fofana, and Moises Caicedo. And the holding midfielders are the captain Enzo Fernandez and Romeo Lavia, who is in for Benoit Badiashile. Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, and Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho make up the attacking 3. Pedro Neto stepping in for João Felix, with Nicholas Jackson leading the line. Aston Villa, well, Unai Emery, perhaps becoming a little bit frustrated with the league form, has made 5 changes today. Emiliano Martinez starts in goal with Luca Dean, Pau Torres, Ezri Konsa and Matty Cash as the back 4. Yuri Tielemans, Boubacar Kamara are the holding midfielders. Jadon Philogene, Morgan Rogers, John McGinn, he's captain, and Ollie Watkins leading the line for the Villains this afternoon. The substitutes for Chelsea is the backup goalkeeper Philip Jorgensen, Tosin Adarabioyo, Benoit Badiashile, Malo Gusto, Michaela Mudryk, Renato Vega, Noni Madueke, João Felix and Christopher Nkunku make a very impressive substitutes bench for the Blues. For Aston Villa, they've got Robin Olsen, the backup goalkeeper as usual, Diego Carlos, Tyrone Mings, Ian Matson and Lamare Bagade. Ross Barkley, Emiliano Buendia, Leon Bailey and John Duran make up the substitutes bench for the Villains. And our referee today is Stuart Atwell. He's aged 42 from Nuneaton in Warwickshire. His assistants are Constantine Hatzidakis, Simon Long, and 4th official is Bobby Madley. And in VAR, should we require them, in Stockley Park, Michael Salisbury and Derek Eaton. Let's hope for a quiet afternoon for those two. The two teams have met each other 166 times, with Chelsea winning 69, 37 draws, and Villa winning 60. And as mentioned at the top of the broadcast, it really has been a while for Aston Villa that they've actually strung anything together in the league. We have to go back to the victory away at Fulham, 3-1. Chelsea, of course, themselves not exactly in sparkling form either. They have 2 wins out of 5 in the league. So it has been, there has to be some changes basically in the way that both teams are playing. With Arsenal's victory yesterday at West Ham, Chelsea definitely need a win to keep in touch with Liverpool at the top of the table. So, Aston Villa are in their training kit of white shirts, white shorts, and white socks. They'll be attacking the goal to our right and getting the game underway. Chelsea in their blue shirts, blue shorts, and white socks. And they're in their traditional colours here at Stamford Bridge. It is an absolutely packed house inside Stamford Bridge this afternoon in West London. We're waiting for Stuart Atwell to blow his whistle and get the game underway. And here we go. Aston Villa get the game underway. Yuri Tielemans just drops the ball back to the defender there, Pau Torres. He drops it back to Konsa. Konsa drops it back to Emiliano Martinez, the Golden Glove winner in the World Cup. He holds the ball there just inside his own penalty area. Villa intending to perhaps start a little slowly today, playing out from the back as usual. Emiliano Martinez still keeping possession of the ball. He's not really doing anything with it. He finally released it to Kamara. Kamara drops the ball back there to Ezri Konsa. Ezri Konsa, is he fouled there? Well, fortunately for him, he was, because Nicholas Jackson was away there, and we know how fast he can be. But it is a free kick to Aston Villa, which is taken quickly by Ezri Konsa. He returns the ball back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. And Martinez is just going to hold the ball up now. And he releases it finally to Matty Cash. And Cash picks up the ball here, plays it forward. Just trying to touch that ball and bring that ball under control there is Ollie Watkins, but he's fouled from behind by Wesley Fofana. And it's going to be a free kick midway inside the Aston Villa half of the field. Just about 6 yards inside inside the touchline on the left-hand side. It's taken quickly. It's dropped back there to Pau Torres. Torres plays the ball forward to Rodgers. Oh, that's a super ball by Rodgers. Right down to Philogene. Philogene tries to lift the ball ahead of Marc Cucurella. But finally, Enzo Fernandez just nips in and gets the ball back to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez, who launches it downfield. And the ball is won back by Aston Villa. Jaden Philogene plays the ball across there, and there is a free kick. And it looks like that was a tackle on Yuri Tielemans, I believe. And he goes down, but the free kick is given. And we're inside 2 minutes here at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0, if you're just joining us here for this early kickoff at 1:30 kickoff in the UK, 2:30 if you're in Central Europe, and 6:30 if you're where I live in the morning. Here is Ezri Konsa. Konsa holds the ball up now and just drops the ball back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. Just holds the ball outside of his own penalty area right now. Launches the ball downfield. Chasing this one is Jaden Philogene. Philogene unable to bring the ball down with any real distinction. He chases it to the byline and gets it though, and he's now challenging with Cucurella. And finally that is smashed out of play. That looks like it came off the number 19 Jaden Philogene from Levi Colwell, and it's going to be a throw in to Chelsea, level with their own penalty area, and Marc Cucurella is going to take it. He just holds the ball up there now. He's just taking his time. There's certainly no real urgency from either of these two sides early on, just feeling each other out at the moment. The ball is headed on there by Torres, and just trying to bring the ball under control there is the number 27 Morgan Rodgers, but the referee has given a foul on Rodgers, or given a foul for Rodgers, I should say. It's taken quickly, and inside the penalty area there was Ollie Watkins, but he is alleged to have fouled one of the Chelsea defenders there, which I think was Wes Fofana. So it's a free kick to Chelsea. It's kind of stop-start early on here. Here's Cole Palmer. Good ball to Fernandez. Fernandez across here to Cucurella. Cucurella down this left-hand side to Jadon Sancho. Sancho trying to cut into the middle now. Sancho plays the ball to Palmer. Palmer lays it off to Cucurella. Cucurella to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Cucurella. And here's Lavia. Good ball across by Lavia, just into the centre circle there, picked up by Fofana. And it's now back with Lavia again. That's a really good ball to Sancho. Sancho lays the ball off to Neto. Back again to Cucurella. Cucurella almost operating as a quarterback here. Here is the number 29 for Fafana again. He's got options left and right now, midway inside the Aston Villa half of the field. It's a good ball to Neto down the right-hand side. Neto cutting in field again. Just away from the touchline there, and he plays the ball across to Cucurella right now. Cucurella to Casado. Casado tries to play the ball through to Enzo Fernandez, but Fernandez was not able to really get in the way of that, and it was a good challenge in the end by Luca Dean. And it's back in the hands of the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, and that latest attack by Chelsea breaks down. Here's Tielemans. Tielemans forward to Rodgers. Rodgers just trying to turn away from Neto. Rodgers on his way, but he goes down under the challenge, and it's going to be a free kick. And the foul, in fact, by Levi Colwell, or it was going to, I thought it was going to be a free kick. It rather should have been. But the referee, Stuart Atwell, has allowed the game to go on. No foul according to his judgment, and his judgment is the one that matters. So here is number 3, Marc Cucurella. Cucurella plays the ball across there to Fafana. Fafana to Cole Palmer now. Cole Palmer just drifted down the right-hand side. He cuts into the middle now, does Palmer, and plays the ball across to the left-hand side. Chasing this one and just making it is Jaden Philogene. He's now back on the halfway line. Sorry, not Jaden Philogene. Jadon Sancho, I should say. I'm going to try not to get those two confused today. Jadon Sancho there. And the ball is now across there with Fafana again. Here's Lavia for Chelsea. Dispossessed that time by Boubacar Kamara, almost, but it was won back by Casado. Casado gives the ball to Neto down the right-hand side. Neto swings across in and just headed out there by Konsa. And back in again, and Torres this time heads the ball out. It's picked up now by Sancho. Across to Cucurella. Cucurella swings the ball in. There's a shot and it's a goal. And it's Nicholas Jackson. It's 1-0 to Chelsea. And well, that just came along so quickly from the cross from Marc Cucurella. Chelsea take the 1-goal lead at home. An early goal that will give their fans some joy. One of the Villa players is down. They'll be disappointed with the defending here, I'm quite sure. But take a look at this again. Chelsea have applied a little bit of early pressure here. There's a question as to whether Cole Palmer might have been in an offside position, but he wasn't involved in play, I don't think. The cross came in from Neto to the back post. It was headed out there by Konsa. And Villa had several opportunities to clear it. It was turned over, I think, by Konsa in the end, which gave Marc Cucurella the cross and the volley by Nicholas Jackson and in off the post. As Villa will be looking at that and questioning the amount of opportunities. And I just wonder whether it might be an own goal, actually, by Martinez, because I think it hit the post and then hit Martinez. Or did it? No, it didn't. It'll be Jackson's goal. But Jackson, well, he'll be very, very pleased with that. That is his 8th goal of the season, this campaign. And you look here again, this is where it was. It was actually Jadon Philogene that gave the ball away here. His first touch wasn't the best. He collided knee to knee with Cucurella and came off a lot worse than it. But prior to that, Villa also had 1 or 2 opportunities to clear that and they didn't do it. And they'll look back on that as being a goal that was very, very preventable. But 1-0 to Chelsea as it is. And Unai Emery looking on, already got problems this early on within the first 10 minutes. Chelsea take the 1-goal lead and Villa will get the game back underway as we wait for Villa to kick us off again. Stuart Atwell once again taking his time. Finally, we're back underway here, and here's Yuri Tielemans. He goes back to Pau Torres, and Aston Villa, well, this is not what they want. They've gone 4 games without a win in the league so far this past 4 games, and their performances have not been at their best. They've drifted down to 9th in the table. It's back with the goalkeeper now, Emiliano Martinez. He launches it out to Matty Cash. Matty Cash plays the ball forward. And they've given the ball away again of Aston Villa here, but finally nipping back and winning that ball there was Morgan Rodgers. Good piece of defending by him. It's now back with Ezri Konsa, who drops it back to the goalkeeper, Martinez. Martinez plays it out across to Cash. Cash to Torres. Torres plays the ball forward, but it's really to no Aston Villa player at all. And Jadon Sancho just picks the ball up in the centre circle, as once again Aston Villa turning the ball over here early on. And here's Cucurella, gives the ball to Jackson. Jackson, the goal scorer, drops it back there to Caicedo. And it's now with Cucurella. Picking up the ball is Colwell. Back to Fofana. Fofana now just trying to get away from Ollie Watkins. Or he gives the ball away this time. And here's Matty Cash. Drops the ball back here. Picked up again by Cash. Cash plays the ball forward. And Ollie Watkins chasing this one. But there's a bit too much on that. And it goes through to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. But this is a really good ball. Just a little bit too much weight on it. But bit better pass there. And Ollie Watkins would have been in one-on-one. Here is Caicedo. Caicedo just turns away. It's Lavia, rather. Here's Romeo Lavia. Plays the ball forward there to Cole Palmer. Palmer's got options left and right. He tries to play through Nicholas Jackson, but good work by Pau Torres. Matty Cash dispossessed. But it's a free kick this time for Chelsea. And, well, Caicedo is not pleased with that. He's very, very angry with that. Let's take a look at this. You can see there, actually, it's John McGinn. It's a foul there. Looks like he wins the ball there, does Caicedo. Perhaps a little bit unlucky there. But it is a free kick for Aston Villa, nevertheless. And here comes the ball played forward by Torres. Chasing this one is, once again, Ollie Watkins. It could be a tiresome afternoon for him up there on his own. And the ball is played forward by Lavia. It's dispossessed and won back by Aston Villa, but Morgan Rogers loses it to Cole Palmer right in the middle of the park. Cole Palmer holds the ball up, plays the ball across to Levi Colwell. Here's Cucurella. Fofana. Fofana back to Cucurella. Cucurella plays the ball now to Enzo Fernandez. And Jadon Sancho's overlapping down the left-hand side. Here's Sancho. Back again to Fofana. Beautiful back heel by Fernandez, but Sancho didn't read it. And it's one back here there by Jadon Philogene. Just plays the ball back to Matty Cash. And on the goal line there virtually was Emiliano Martinez, just clearing that one just in time, to be honest. And that really was good something. But here goes Luca Dean on the far side. And here's a chance for Villa now. Luca Dean down the left-hand side. The cross comes into the back post to Philogene. Oh, it's blocked that time. And it's a good block by Levi Colwell. But here is Dean again. Pulls the ball back there to Yuri Tielemans. He goes down under pressure. The referee says no penalty. And play goes on as now Chelsea come away. And the ball's played now down the right-hand side to Pedro Neto. Chelsea on the break, 3-on-4 if they hurry. Neto cuts inside and gets a shot away, but it's just wide. And it's going to be a goal kick for Chelsea, for Aston Villa. You can see here Yuri Tielemans just cuts inside Romeo Lavia. As we look at this again, I think Tielemans just goes down far too easy under the pressure of Romeo Lavia. Here's Chelsea again. Villa once again give the ball away. It's played through to Nicholas Jackson. Oh, there's a chance here. And Jackson slips at the vital moment, but the offside flag goes up anyway, sparing Nicholas Jackson's blushes. So, as I look on here, yeah, he's just in an offside position by, I'd say, about a yard. The official on the far side raises his flag. So, later on today, we've got the big one, Manchester City versus Liverpool. Russ Vernon will bring you that game. He's all on his lonesome later on, as I want to go to bed after this game because it's very early for me. We've got a comment in the comment section. Turton Talks Football. Hey, brilliant goal from Nicholas Jackson. Decent game so far. Thanks, Luke. The ball is played forward and headed on by Fofana back to the goalkeeper. And Fofana just holds the ball up and gives the ball to number 6 there, Levi Colwell. And it's down on this near side to Fernandez. Fernandez plays the ball to Jadon Sancho down the left-hand side. Sancho trying to cut inside 2 Villa players. That's good defending by Aston Villa. And that was won back that time by Boubacar Kamara. And Kamara now has the ball. And he's giving it there to McGinn. McGinn plays the ball forward and chasing this one down is Philogene. Oh, one-on-one, real chance for Philogene. Good save. Oh, wow, that was a chance. I think it was Ollie Watkins that time. But he forces a save from the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. But this is a very pulsating game so far. And, well, a chance there for Ollie Watkins to level the score, one he might regret later. It's back to the number 6, Levi Colwell. Just inside the centre circle is Wes Fofana. Fofana holds the ball up, gives the ball back to the number 3, Mark Cucurella. Cucurella to the number 29 there. Wes Fofana, as Chelsea just trying to slow the game down. They were caught out at the back for that chance for Levi Colwell. It was a good save by the goalkeeper, but a striker of Watkins' quality, you might have expected him to have scored that. Here's Sancho. And it's Cucurella. Plays the ball across there to the number 6, Colwell. And it's back with Fofana. Colwell in the centre circle as Chelsea just knocking the ball around right now, very slowly. No press from Villa at the moment. Ball played forward by Fofana. Lifted on, looking for Nicholas Jackson. Casado heads the ball down, but there is nobody going on towards goal there. And it's Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 0. We've had 16 minutes gone at the Bridge. And Chelsea with the 1-goal lead at the moment. As here's Yuri Tielemans for Aston Villa, played forward there to Morgan Rogers. Rogers just skipping away there from the number 6 for Chelsea there, which is Levi Colwell. But Villa also just taking the ball back to their own penalty area. It's now with Cash. Cash drops the ball back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. Just holds the ball up here. And he's just taking his time at the moment. No rush at all from Emiliano Martinez. And right now his side is a goal down, but he's just taking his time at the moment. I mean, this is ridiculous. Finally he releases it and he's looking for Matthew Cash. He heads the ball on, headed away there by Cucurella. Somehow Enzo Fernandez keeps the ball in play. Sancho was just beaten by his opposite number there, Philogene. Comes back to Cucurella. Cucurella tries to get the ball back. And finally, that's a good header back by Wesley Fofana. Under pressure there from Ollie Watkins. He had to get that right. Here's Mark Cucurella. Cucurella sprays the ball across there. Sorry, that's Casado to Cucurella. Sprays the ball at the opposite length of the pitch. Cucurella just drops the ball back to Colwell. Colwell across to Fofana. Fofana back to Colwell as Chelsea seem to be operating with 3 at the back. As here is Cucurella across to Fofana. Fofana plays the ball forward, but he only finds Luca Dean. And now Villa coming forward now with John McGinn. And the ball is a poor one and cleared away again by Fofana. Headed on by Pau Torres. It's kept in play this time by Fofana, who gives Casado, who gives the ball to Lavia. Lavia gives the ball back to Casado. He drops the ball back to Fofana. And Chelsea are going to start again midway inside their own half of the field. And it's across there to Fofana one more time. 1-0 still. Other games going on this afternoon. We'll try to keep you abreast of. There's 2 other games going on at this hour right now. That is Aston Villa. That is Manchester United versus Everton and Tottenham versus Fulham. Both of those games at 0-0 right now. We'll keep you up to date with goals as they go in. Inside the centre circle now is Levi Colwell. Plays the ball forward to Lavia. Colwell gets the ball back from Lavia, gives it to Cucurella. Cucurella launches the ball forward. Chasing this one is Enzo Fernandez, and just nipping across there to ensure that Fernandez doesn't get there is Jaden Philogene. And Chelsea are going to get a corner here, I think. So 0-0 the score right now as we look at that opportunity by Ollie Watkins here. It was actually very poor defending here by Wesley Fofana, and he was easily beaten there by Ollie Watkins. Watkins tries to slide the ball under the leg, in between the legs of Sancho, under his leg, but in the end it was a good save by Sanchez. And now we're going to, it's actually a free kick. It's not a corner, it's a free kick to Aston Villa, and it's going to be taken quickly by Martinez. He's going to launch the ball downfield. The heads go up. It's won comfortably there by the number 6 for Chelsea, Levi Colwell, but Villa have possession back. John McGinn just trying to shield the ball away from Caicedo. Plays it to Ollie Watkins. He's got Fofana for company. This time Fofana wins that battle. And here's Caicedo now. Caicedo plays the ball forward there to Cole Palmer. Palmer very quiet early on in this game with 20 minutes gone. And here's Cucurella. Cucurella holds the ball up, played infield to Lavia inside the centre circle. Romeo Lavia has got options left and right, but he gives the ball back to back to Cucurella. And here is Lavia, back to Cucurella. Across there to Caicedo. Caicedo holds the ball up here, played forward to Lavia, back to Caicedo, and now here's Marc Cucurella. Cucurella midway inside the Chelsea half of the park. And here's Lavia again. Chelsea just choosing to just keep possession of the ball. This is almost like a training session for them at the moment. There's no press at all from Aston Villa as Chelsea just continue to maintain possession football inside the Aston Villa half of the field. And Cucurella plays the ball finally to Jadon Sancho. Sancho now, he's just got Philogene in front of him, but he drops the ball back to Cucurella. And it's a good ball by Lavia. Lavia into the penalty area to Jadon Sancho, but Matty Cash, great work by him, getting in across Jadon Sancho to make that challenge. But Sancho was in fact in an offside position anyway. So it's going to be a free kick to Chelsea, or to Aston Villa rather. And you can see here, I'm not sure why it was a good challenge, but I suppose it was a kind of a hospital pass to Martinez, really. Could have put him in a lot of trouble there, but nevertheless, the free kick's taken quickly, and it's Ezri Konsa. Konsa now is Nicholas Jackson's closing down on him, and Konsa just finally plays the ball across there to Morgan Rogers. He's dispossessed by Cole Palmer with a shot. Super save. Cole Palmer dispossessing Morgan Rogers there. And the referee has given something here. What has he given? It looks like he might have given a back pass. We don't see these very often. Let's take a look at this again. First of all, Morgan Rogers was dispossessed easily. And then Cole Palmer with a shot. And, oh yes, the back pass there by Pau Torres. That is a back pass, and we're going to get an indirect free kick from just outside the 6-yard box here for Chelsea. I haven't seen one of these in a long time. But that's exactly what we're going to get. And right now, Jackson, Fernandez, Sancho and Cole Palmer are surrounding this. And this is a promising opportunity for Chelsea. And we're just working out who's going to take this, and I should imagine that Villa will have to have a certain number of players on the goal line, because I think I can see what's going to happen here. It's just going to be laid off for one of them to smash the shot. Chelsea already with a 1-goal lead would love to double their lead right now. Cole Palmer just having a chat with Enzo Fernandez, and at the moment they're not quite agreeing on what they want to do. But there's 3 on either side of the goalkeeper on the goal line. And Chelsea still figuring out exactly what they're going to do with this opportunity. Jadon Sancho and Nicholas Jackson and Cole Palmer all having a chit-chat. See Cole Palmer's shot here. Forced a good save from the goalkeeper. But yes, it was touched by Pau Torres and back to the goalkeeper. It picked it up. It's a free kick. So now finally the free kick committee is 4 players now surrounding there. 4 on the left side of the goal line for Villa, 3 on the right. Enzo Fernandez now. The other two Aston Villa players are covering more the centre of the goal. As it looks like it may be laid off. It's an indirect free kick. So it's going to have to be just laid off here, I think. Fernandez will probably lay it off to either Palmer or Neto. That's what it's looking like right now. They're still discussing it. As we're waiting now for this free kick to be taken. Fernandez just touches the ball, was going to do, but Martinez ran off his line. And it's touched to Palmer, and it's saved by Martinez. And back to Lavia, and the Villa players just surround Lavia's shot and block that. But Aston Villa there, fortunate to get away with that one. What an opportunity it was for Chelsea. Here's Neto, swings the ball towards the back post, and it's almost in there again. And it's Neto who swung that in. I'm not sure if anybody got a touch on the way of that, but it goes behind anyway. And Cole Palmer's shot was... I think was saved by Martinez, and as we'll just have a look at this again. Cole Palmer, yes, it's a good save by the Villa goalkeeper. Came out and blocked the angle well. As we look again at this cross, swung in. Oh yes, it just misses everybody into that corridor of uncertainty for the goalkeeper, and goes just behind for a goal kick. Well, it's Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 0, but Chelsea with all the opportunities early on. Let's see if Ollie Watkins can create something here. He gives the ball to Morgan Rogers. Drops the ball back into his own half to Pau Torres. Torres just holds the ball up here and drops it back to Konsa. Konsa across to Matty Cash. Cash just skipping away from Jadon Sancho. Turns away from the England international and plays the ball forward. Here's Philogene. Philogene, was that a handball by Cucurella? Unai Emery certainly thinks so. Referee says no. And finally it's knocked back by Enzo Fernandez towards the goalkeeper. And here's Lavia now, who gives it back again to Sanchez. Sanchez clears. And just headed on by Pedro Neto, looking for Cole Palmer. Won by John McGinn, but only as far as Nicholas Jackson. And finally, Enzo Fernandez lifts the ball over the top. Can Neto keep this in play? No, it bounces out of play and will be a throw-in for Aston Villa. Still no goals in the other two games. Manchester United versus Everton and Tottenham versus Fulham. First home game for the new Manchester United manager today, and he'll be hoping for a victory over a struggling Everton team. And we'll see how that all plays out. But so far, no goals there. No goals at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for Tottenham against Fulham either. Free kick to Aston Villa. And it's taken short to Yuri Tielemans and back to Pau Torres. Torres in an advanced position now, lays the ball over to John McGinn. John McGinn just somehow keeps that ball in play and drops it all the way back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, from the halfway line. And now here's Tielemans again. Tielemans just plays the ball forward, but only as far as Marc Cucurella, as once again Villa turned the ball over. And he gives the ball to Jadon Sancho. We've had 28 minutes gone here. Chelsea 1, Aston Villa 0 is the latest score from Stamford Bridge. And you just take a look at Villa's performances in all of their games, not just league. It's 7 games without a win for the Villains, and well, you have to say that they were once up there in the top 4. They're now, of course, down to 9th. But we'll see if they can recover today. There's still time for them to get back into this game. Here's Caicedo, plays the ball forward to Palmer. Palmer to Pedro Neto down the right-hand side. Pedro Neto tries to get to the byline and gets across in. He cuts back, cross to the back post and plunged out of the air there by Emiliano Martinez. That's a super take by the Villa goalkeeper. And he's holding his back now and he looks in a lot of pain. And this could be bad news for Aston Villa. The cross was swung in with pace by Pedro Neto, not for the first time. He reached in a very full stretch there, the Villa goalkeeper, to plunge that out the air, and he looks like he might have pulled something in his back. And that won't be good news. Oh, he's giving the ball away to Nicholas Jackson, and And somehow Villa get away with that. Oh, he just laid the ball off and Nicholas Jackson was there. Nicholas Jackson's did not shoot first time. Had he have done it, would have been 2-0 to Chelsea. But he gave the ball away there. And now Villa have given away a corner. And, well, Emiliano Martinez here, he just plays it. Oh, it's a poor ball straight to Martinez's feet, straight to Jackson's feet. And Jackson's poor control was what gave him away on that one. But that was Emiliano Martinez got back and recovered. But Villa had to concede a corner as a consequence. And Emiliano Martinez is down now. He's struggling. And Villa may have to start warming up Robin Olsen. As Unai Emery looking on, looking concerned. As Martinez still looks in some discomfort. And he's going to call, Stuart Atwell is going to call the physio on for the back injury. And if he's pulled something there in his back, that could be that could be a few weeks out at least for Emiliano Martinez. Those back injuries sometimes take a long time to come back from, and this is bad news for Aston Villa. There will be a corner once we get the game back underway. The physio looking at Martinez right now. I am just going to give you the scores from yesterday's games in the Premier League. Brentford 4, Leicester 1, Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Ipswich Town 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Bournemouth 4, West Ham United 2, Arsenal 5. Those were yesterday's scores in the Premier League. As Emiliano Martinez is on his feet right now, but I have to be honest, he looks a great deal of discomfort as Enzo Fernandez is going to take this corner. Just going to place the ball down here, and we're going to see whether Chelsea may decide to put pressure on the Villa goalkeeper, knowing that he may be hurt right now. Corner is going to be taken by Fernandez. It's probably going to be swung in at this point. As Stuart Atwell is now going over to talk to Enzo Fernandez, making sure that the ball is on the line. Manchester United have taken the lead against Everton. Going to get you the goal scorer in just a moment's time after this corner. I'm just going to see Enzo Fernandez going to swing this one in probably to the near post. Here goes Fernandez. It's a poor one. It's headed out by Matty Cash. We'll get you that goal scorer for Manchester United. It's Marcus Rashford on 34 minutes. And that will give Manchester United the start they needed, as they are looking for a victory themselves after the game last week was 1-1 with Ipswich, as the ball goes behind for a goal kick. The corner to Chelsea, as Enzo Fernandez is going to get this opportunity to take it. It's going to be swung in once again by Fernandez. He'll be looking for a better corner this time. He goes in for a longer one, this time to the back post. Emiliano Martinez goes down again. And is being helped onto his feet. But let's take a look at this. Was anybody even close to him? Cucurella was. The goalkeeper goes down under the challenge of Cucurella. There wasn't really much in it from Cucurella, it has to be said. And but the free kick is given to Chelsea regardless. To Villa regardless. And cleared downfield by Emiliano Martinez. Flicked on there, and just nipping in there is Caicedo, as the ball goes back to the goalkeeper Sanchez. And Sanchez now knocks the ball out of play in a pretty poor goal kick of himself. So now Villa will have a throw in on the far side. And it's going to be taken level with the Chelsea penalty area down the left-hand side. I'm just trying to see who it is. It's Luca Dean that's going to take that one. It's a long throw. Sanchez just plucks it out of the air. As we have 11 minutes to go till half-time. He releases the ball to Nicholas Jackson, who's down the left-hand side now. Jackson gives the ball to Sancho. Sancho plays the ball through there to Fernandez. It's now back with the number 15, Nicholas Jackson. Jackson holding the ball up there. He's under pressure. Fernandez helps him out. Gives the ball back to Sancho. Sancho skipping inside the penalty area. Tries to get the shot away, but it's blocked. And it goes behind. That really should have been a corner, but the referee has given a goal kick. Okay, I don't think that came off Sanchez last. That's Sancho last. Let's just take a look at this. It's shot. Yeah, that really should be a corner, I think. But Stuart Atwell has given a goal kick. And it's going to be taken short by Martinez. And well, actually, no, he decides to go long. And chasing this one is Ollie Watkins with Wesley Fofana. And Sanchez comes out and deals with that himself. He heads the ball perfectly to Romeo Lavia. And here's Cole Palmer. Back with Lavia again. Picked up by the number 8 there, Enzo Fernandez. And it's now with Lavia one more time. Lavia may go for Neto on the right-hand side. Gives the ball back to Caicedo. Caicedo is picked up by Levi Colwell. He's inside the centre circle. It's now back with Cucurella. Cucurella again. And it's back into the centre circle. Played forward. Oh, knocked on there. Finally, Caicedo plays the ball onto Fernandez. Good ball to Cole Palmer. Palmer plays the ball through to Fernandez. Fernandez with a shot, and it's 2. It's 2-0 to Chelsea, and this time it's Enzo Fernandez on 36 minutes with the goal. And Aston Villa struggling right now as Chelsea's captain doubles their lead at home. And it was a pretty tidy finish by Fernandez. He got the ball from Cole Palmer. He struck it on the half volley past the goalkeeper's left hand. As you can kind of see it here again. Cole Palmer just holds the ball up and then plays it to Fernandez. Fernandez catches it on the half volley and into the left-hand corner. It was a very tidy finish by Enzo Fernandez. As I don't think there was much chance for the Villa goalkeeper there. It just dipped right in front of him and went under his left arm. And Aston Villa find themselves 2 goals down to Chelsea on the road. And to be honest with you, Chelsea have been all over Aston Villa in this first half. And much of it has been of their own undoing. But Fernandez just celebrates that goal. And Chelsea lead by 2-0. Still 0-0 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium between Spurs and Fulham. Old Trafford, Manchester United still leaving Everton by 1-0 as well. As here's Boubacar Kamara. Gives the ball there across to Pau Torres and to Luca Dean. Here's Torres again. He's got options left and right. He decides to go to Ezri Konsa. Konsa goes back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez, as he gives the ball there to Torres. Torres launches the ball forward. And Wesley Fofana will just play that back to Sanchez. And Sanchez clears the ball outfield, only as far as Jadon Sancho. But Chelsea have turned the ball over. Here's Ollie Watkins. Real chance for Watkins. Oh, a superb challenge. Oh, that is a quality challenge by Wesley Fofana. Had he not made that challenge, Ollie Watkins was in, and if he'd have mistimed it, it would most certainly have been a penalty. But what a fine challenge that was, denying Ollie Watkins. We've got 7 minutes to go till half-time. Romeo Lavia is now down for Chelsea. 2-0. He looks in some discomfort there. Is he getting back onto his feet? But we'll just take a look. Romeo, he was just caught in fact there by Morgan Rogers. But Lavia is back on his feet now. See what sort of stoppage time we're going to get at the end of this first half. There was the stoppage for the treatment on Emiliano Martinez. And it's free kick is going to be taken here. As here is Matty Cash for Aston Villa. Just inside his own half. He drops the ball back to Konsa. Konsa under pressure from Jackson. And he plays the ball out of play to Ezri Konsa. And it's going to be a throw in to Chelsea. And Well, it's been that sort of day for Aston Villa so far. They've turned the ball over a lot in this game. As here's Robert Sanchez. Sanchez just holds the ball up. It's on the edge of the 18-yard box, and he just delivers the ball to Casado. It's now with Colwell. Back with Cucurella. Cucurella back to Fernandes. Manchester United have doubled their lead at home against Everton. We'll get you the goal scorer in a moment. Here is Yuri Tielemans. Tries to find John McGinn, but John McGinn is dispossessed comfortably. And now Cole Palmer's limping. More bad news for Chelsea. He looks in a pretty uncomfortable situation himself. The ball now is with Colwell. Colwell has given the ball to Mark Cucurella. Cucurella just drops the ball back there. The goal scorer for Manchester United is Joshua Zirkzee on 42 minutes there at Old Trafford. So Manchester United in a very strong position at home to Everton, who are languishing down near the not only a couple of points outside the relegation zone. Here's Fernandes, plays the ball to Sancho. Sancho's got Matty Cash in front of him. He cuts inside Sancho and plays the ball across to Casado. Casado plays the ball through to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer with a shot, but it was a tame effort. And Martinez just scrambles across his goal to make the save. And he's signalling for a substitution, I think there is Martinez. He's obviously still in a great deal of discomfort. It looked like he was signalling for a substitution there, but I don't know whether that's going to take place. I don't see the goalkeeper warming up right now. It's cleared downfield. We'll see what happens at half-time. We'll see if he comes out for the second half. Here is Boubacar Kamara. It's dropped back to Pau Torres. Now then, over the halfway line here is Tielemans. Tielemans is dispossessed that time, though, by Pedro Neto. Good work there by the Chelsea forward, as now Chelsea can break again. And it's Sancho again over on the left-hand side. He's got Cash in front of him. Sancho cuts inside, gives the ball to Jackson. Can Jackson break inside? He cannot. It was almost won back there, though, by Enzo Fernandez, and it was cleared, but only as far as Ollie Watkins. And here's Chelsea now. Here's Aston Villa now. It's a long ball forward by Tielemans, looking for Watkins. In the end, Morgan Rogers picks up the ball and gives the ball to Philogene. It's a poor ball by Philogene, straight to Mark Cucurella. Once again, another attack by Chelsea breaks down. Here is Cole Palmer coming forward for Chelsea, and he's holding the ball up there. Palmer drops the ball back there to Casado. Back to Cole Palmer. It's patient build-up. And back there to the number 6 for Chelsea, Levi Colwell. Is Fofana. So we've got 3 minutes to go till half-time. Chelsea in a commanding 2-0 lead at home against Aston Villa, as Aston Villa's miserable run seems to continue right now. This would be 8 games without a win. And here's Fernandes. Fernandes now plays the ball to Sancho. Sancho drops the ball back to the halfway line to Mark Cucurella. Cucurella plays the ball into the centre circle to Colwell. Looking at the shots on target, 9 shots for Chelsea, 2 for Aston Villa, 5 on target, 1 on target for Villa. 60-40% possession, a half thoroughly dominated by the Blues of West London. And now it's played out to Pedro Neto on the right-hand side. Neto getting to the byline, looking to the cross to the back post, but it goes over everybody's head. It somehow stays in play, though, does it? Or I thought that might have just stayed in play, but in fact it's gone out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick. Later on today, you can join us for the second part of our double header this afternoon. Liverpool versus Manchester City. And you'll join Ross Vernon for that one, who's in the hot seat for that one. We've got a comment in the comment section. Amazing build-up play, exquisite ball from Palmer, nice 1-2. Fernandes finished that well. Thanks, Luke. Yes, it was once again amazing football by Chelsea, as they have shown in this first half. Some very impressive play, stylish performance in this first half by Chelsea so far, as we have a minute to go in the first half at Stamford Bridge. And it's going to be, the throw-in is going to be taken by Casado. Casado holds the ball up, looking for options. He just throws the ball, it's sort of flicked on there by Neto, but just letting that ball roll out of play is Luca Dean, and he takes the throw-in very quickly. Here's Torres. We're going to find out how much stoppage time we got at the end of this first half very shortly. We're almost at the 45-minute mark. The ball is played forward by Matty Cash, but there's nobody there, and it goes straight through to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Well, it's been a solid first half from Chelsea's perspective. For Aston Villa, there's much work to be done if they want any chance of getting back into this game, because the first half for them has been below par. We've got 5 minutes stoppage time at the end of this first half. A little bit of time maybe for Villa to grab something before the end of the half. Of course, conceding this so late right at the end of the first half, it can be off-putting for some teams, especially 2-goal leads can be, as they say, a funny lead. And Colwell just leaves that ball for Wesley Fofana. Fofana, it's half-time at Old Trafford, 2-0 to Manchester United there. And here's Cucurella. Cucurella drops the ball back there to Colwell. Now it's with Fernandez. Fernandez under pressure there by Philogene, goes down. It's going to be a throw into Chelsea. And it's going to be taken by Mark Cucurella midway inside their own half of the field. Cucurella just gives the ball there to Fernandez. Fernandez is dispossessed. Here's Philogene. Philogene through to Watkins. Real chance. Oh, and it's a tame effort by Ollie Watkins. And it's a comfortable save, really, for Robert Sanchez. And you have to say that's Ollie Watkins' second golden opportunity of the game. And he has squandered both of them. And this one was a pretty poor finish by the England international. Comfortable save, really, for Robert Sanchez by his standards. And here's Cucurella. Played forward there to Jadon Sancho. At half-time, we're going to take a 15-minute break. We will be back for the second half for you with coverage, audio coverage of the second half from Stamford Bridge. Half-time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Spurs 0, Fulham 0. And here is Casado to Lavia. Cross there to Fernandez. Fernandez back to Lavia as they just practice a little 1-2 passing between them. Chelsea now just game management at this time to see out the first half. No major risks being taken by them. Here is Cucurella on the halfway line. Gives the ball to Fernandez. Fernandez just drops the ball across there to Fofana. It's back to Cucurella now. Good ball down this left-hand side to Jadon Sancho. Here's Cucurella again. Cucurella, oh, he's almost dispossessed there. He manages to keep possession, but Jadon Philogene almost mugged him there. And that's a good ball there by Colwell, looking for Pedro Neto. Good work by Luca Dean, just heading that ball out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Chelsea. It's taken quickly, and it's back with Fofana. Fofana holds the ball up. Pedro Neto just questioning what's going on. Pedro Neto has been given a foul throw against him, and he's complaining about that. But the official on the far side has confirmed that Pedro Neto, that is a foul throw. We've had 3 minutes of stoppage time, so the throwing goes to Villa. It's taken quickly, and it's now with Pau Torres. About a minute and a half left of the minimum of 5 minutes stoppage time at the end of this first half. And Matty Cash plays a strong pass back to Martinez, who brings it under control and just clears the ball forward. But Villa have given the ball away again, and they're fighting to win it back here. Finally, John McGinn, I think, just tries to get the ball back, but Cole Palmer eventually wins it and takes the ball back and secures possession for Chelsea, as we have hit the 4-minute mark of the minimum of 5 at the end of this pulsating first half, really, from Chelsea's perspective. I think Enzo Maresca will be very, very pleased with this performance in the first half. Unai Emery, well, I'd say the polar opposite is true. Here's Sancho. Sancho plays it forward here to Fernandes. Fernandes back again to Sancho. Is he going to take it to the byline? Sancho takes it to the byline but cuts back to Fernandes. Down the left-hand side by the corner flag. Fernandes just plays it now to Sancho. Sancho holds the ball up there, but Philogene putting him under pressure. Somehow Sancho keeps possession. Just dropped the ball back to Colwell. It's now back to Fernandes and back to Sancho. Sancho just, is he fouled there? The referee has he given a free kick there? Yes, he has. And we've played the 5 minutes stoppage time here. Just a bit of a shove there by Ollie Watkins. And it's going to be a free kick to Chelsea. Ollie Watkins frustrated with this first half, it would have to be said. He's had 2 opportunities to get Villa back into this game. As down there on the far side, I'm just trying to see who that is. It looks like it might be Fernandes. Let's just take a look here. Watkins, yeah, oh, it's actually Colwell who's getting up now as we're approaching half time here. Free kick is taken quickly by Fernandes, gives the ball to Colwell, and that's it. It is half time at Stamford Bridge. Goals on 7 minutes by Nicholas Jackson, and Enzo Fernandez on 36 minutes is the difference. 2 good opportunities for Ollie Watkins were squandered, but at half time it's Chelsea with a well-deserved 2-goal lead, and we'll be back at the start of the second half. Join us then. Welcome back to the start of the second half, and there has been a change in the Aston Villa goal. Robin Olsen steps in for the injured Emiliano Martinez, who was not able to recover from that back injury. So he starts the second half as Robin Olsen, coming into a situation where Villa are 2-0 down at Stamford Bridge. And I suspect that the Chelsea team would more than likely like to put a lot of pressure on Robin Olsen and see if they can take advantage of a goalkeeper that is cold and out of practice. We'll see whether that happens this afternoon. Second half is about to get underway. Also, Manchester United have added a third goal, a second for Marcus Rashford on 46 minutes, and that gives Ruben Amorim a fantastic start on his home debut as Manchester United manager. As it's picked up here there by Pau Torres. There's Boubacar Kamara, drops it back to Esri Konsa as we've got the second half underway here. Chelsea already putting on a lot of press early on. That's a good ball by Ollie Watkins to John McGinn. John McGinn trying to cut inside the penalty area. Real chance for McGinn. Super save by Sanchez. Oh, he flew to his left-hand side and made a sparkling save there. Just take a look. This was a quick breakout by Aston Villa this time. He was onside, was McGinn, just about being played on there by Caicedo. Cuts inside. The shot is a superb one. And down to his left-hand side is Robert Sanchez making the save there. Just to report, there has been no other changes by either side at half-time apart from the goalkeeping change. But we may see that start to change as Leon Bailey is also readying himself at the moment. We may see him at some point in the second half. Here's Marc Cucurella. Drops the ball back there to Colwell. Colwell to Fofana. Back to Colwell again. And it's played across to Cucurella. Cucurella just inside his own half of the field. Just lays the ball off there to Jadon Sancho. But he drops the ball back to Colwell. And Colwell just taking his time now. Gives the ball to the number 29, Wesley Fofana. And across to Levi Colwell. Don't forget you can join us for the second part of our double header today. It's a big one. Liverpool versus Manchester City. City on the back of 5 games without a win. And they are looking at they've been pretty poor recently by their standards. Here's Cucurella, plays the ball forward. And Nicholas Jackson. Jackson gives the ball to Cole Palmer now. Palmer to Neto. Can he get the cross in? Neto. He's almost at the byline. He cuts back inside. Gives the ball to Caicedo. Caicedo to Cole Palmer. Back to Caicedo. And here is Pedro Neto. Caicedo. Across there to Levi Colwell. Here's Cucurella. And here's Sancho. Back to Cucurella, and it's Lavia. Lavia drives a cross-crumb shot, and he tried to... I think he was caught between shooting and passing there, but it caused chaos in the Villa defence. Robin Olsen charging out, but it was finally cleared away by Pau Torres. And just for a moment there, Villa was at 6s and 7s in defence. Here's Cucurella. And he's got the ball on the halfway line. It's just gives the ball back there. And here is the number 29 Fofana. Ball played forward, black heel by Pedro Neto. Fernandez just trying to get the ball under control, but he loses it there to John McGinn, who gives it back to the goalkeeper Robin Olsen. Clears the ball downfield and just headed on there. And Romeo Lavia just picks the ball up just outside the centre circle. Here's Caicedo. Back to Colwell. Back to Cucurella. Cucurella plays the ball forward. And see that Aston Villa being pressed back into their own half at the moment. Robin Olsen just getting a little bit of a possession of the ball, just getting used to the feel of the ball now. having to come on at half-time for the injured Emiliano Martinez. All the best and hope he recovers very, very soon. But if it's a back injury, generally those can take time. As here's Pau Torres now. He's got a free kick, which he's going to take. Torres plays the ball long forward, looking for number 11, Ollie Watkins, but it's too far ahead of him. Score update, Spurs have taken the lead at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Fulham. We'll get you the goal scorer in a moment. And here's Colwell to Cucurella. Cucurella holds the ball up, delivers it back to Colwell. And it's across here to Wesley Fofana. Fofana back to Colwell to Cucurella. Cucurella holds the ball up. Goes long here looking for Jadon Sancho. That just may be a bit too far for the England international. And it goes out of play. The goal scorer for Spurs is Brennan Excuse me, is Brennan Johnson on 54 minutes, assisted by Timo Werner. So Spurs opening their account this afternoon with a Brennan Johnson goal. And the ball is picked up and played forward here. Challenge from behind there, but play goes on. As here is Ollie Watkins. Sorry, it's Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers plays the ball through, and it's too close to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. As chances really that Villa have created has just lacked the final ball being connected there, and Villa would have had a lot more chances than they've had. They've really only had two of note, both falling to Ollie Watkins. The ball is launched forward there by Caicedo. In is Nicholas Jackson with a chance. Jackson holds the ball up. He might have been better shooting, and he's actually in an offside position. And, the linesman's flag went up late, which I think we've all discussed in the past about how silly we think that is, especially when he's quite clearly offside. But the officials have been instructed to keep the flag down just in case VAR has to interfere. We've had a quiet day without VARs today, really. Let's hope that continues. Here's Ollie Watkins, and just nipping in with the challenge there is Levi Colwell. Gets it back to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Whoa, just Romeo Lavia has given the ball away, and Boubacar Kamara also loses it, and the ball is played forward to Nicholas Jackson now. Real chance for Jackson, gets a shot away, but it's just over the crossbar. Oh, and he takes a look at that. He went for the shot. Jackson, first time, this time no delay, and Jackson was onside here, and he's so quick, is Nicholas Jackson. Gets into the area, strikes a shot. It's at a bit of an awkward angle, gets his foot underneath it, and it's over the crossbar, but he's already got one goal tonight. We know how dangerous Nicholas Jackson can be. 2-0 to Chelsea, as Unai Emery is complaining to the fourth official, I think, over on that far side. As here's Ollie Watkins now. Watkins, he's got Caicedo and Fofana around him. Gets a cross in, does Watkins. But it's one back there. I think he was looking for Rogers there in the middle, McGinn in the middle there rather. Here is Boubacar Kamara. Kamara pulled back is a chance now. Oh, Matty Cash just fumbles. Philogene goes down, and that might be a penalty. Or is he going to get booked? It looks like he might get booked. He goes down under the challenge, and I think Philogene is going to get a yellow card for simulation. Let's take a look at this again. Matty Cash, first of all, stumbles. And let's take a look. Oh, yes, it's a dive. And Jadon Philogene goes into the referee's notebook for simulation. And it's his second yellow card of the season. And that is poor by Philogene, poor form, in my opinion. And picks up the ball here now. Is Jadon Sancho for Chelsea, just over the halfway line. Here he goes. Gives the ball to Nicholas Jackson. Across to Cole Palmer. Palmer tries to play the ball through, but Jadon Sancho was in an offside position by about 5 yards there. And, he played the ball through to him, but Robin Olsen picks it up anyway. I don't think we've any need to stop the game, and play goes on. Olsen just releases the ball to Pau Torres. Torres inside his own 18-yard box, plays the ball forward, looking for Yuri Tielemans, and it comes off Tielemans and goes out of play for a throw into Chelsea. And here is Casado, just drops the ball back into the centre circle there to Colwell, who gives the ball to Cucurella over the halfway line. Cucurella to Lavia. Back to Cucurella, and now it's with Wesley Fofana. Gives the ball there to Pedro Neto. Neto trying to get away from John McGinn. It's back with Fofana again. Just outside the centre circle here. Here's Mark Cucurella. Cucurella, got options left and right. He gives the ball to Sancho. Sancho's got Fernandez up alongside him. Sancho gives the ball to Lavia. And Lavia's pass is not the best, but Sancho wins it back. Sancho cuts into the penalty area, but Sancho is alleged to have committed a foul. And it's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa with 10 minutes gone in the second half. It's Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0 at Stamford Bridge. I want to thank you very much for taking the time to join us this afternoon. We've got a double header available for you. This is the first of that double header. Coming up later is City versus Liverpool. And that game at Anfield will be brought to you by Ross Vernon. Here's Ollie Watkins across to Philogene. Philogene inside the penalty area now. Can he try to get the cross in, Philogene? Good challenge by Mark Cucurella. Puts the ball out of play for a throw-in. For a corner. And Chelsea, Aston Villa will get an opportunity here to swing the ball into the box. And he's down there at the moment is Dennis Wise there in the crowd, former Chelsea and Millwall legend. 445 appearances for Chelsea, 76 goals between 1990 and 2001. Very much a legend and well respected here. And we'll bring you the lineups for the Liverpool and Manchester City game in just a moment. But it's a corner to Aston Villa, which is going to be taken on the far side there. But it looks like Tielemans. Tielemans swings the ball in, headed on by McGinn, but it's over the crossbar and a goal kick. So the lineups for the game later for Liverpool: Koivin Kelleher in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Luis Diaz, Cody Gakpo, Joe Gomez, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis McAllister, Andrew Robertson, Mohamed Salah, Dominic Szoboszlai and Virgil van Dijk. For Manchester City, Stefan Ortega, Manuel Akanji, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, Phil Foden, Ilkay Gundogan, Erling Haaland, and also Rico Lewis, Mateus Nunes, Bernardo Silva and Kyle Walker make up the Manchester City team. So we look forward to bringing that to you later. Ross is going to cover that one for you. Manchester United have added a fourth goal at Old Trafford. As we take a look here at Fofana there, just stumbling. And he looks to be in a little bit of discomfort. You're not missing anything. Fofana is down right now. The play's stopped. And we're going to get you that Manchester United fourth goal as soon as it becomes available to us. But 4-0 up. Dream start really for Ruben Amorim at home. And the goal is scored a second for Joshua Zirkzee. So 2 for Zirkzee, 2 for Rashford. And for Everton, a sobering afternoon in Manchester. As we just take a look at the two teams arriving right now, as Chelsea are readying a substitution. Just trying to see who that is, but it looks like coming off is Wesley Fofana, and we're just going to see who's going to come on. Fofana just walking off now. He looks in a lot of discomfort, and well, oh dear, he looks very upset. He's limping off there right now, so we're sorry to see that again. We hope that his day Hope that his injury is cleared up quickly and that he recovers very soon. The substitute is Benoit Badiashile, as Wesley Fofana makes his way off. And Benoit Badiashile is on in his stead, wearing number 5. And we're still waiting to get the game back underway as limping off there is Wes Fofana, who's played very well for Chelsea today. And everyone at the commentary hub wishes him all the best and hopes he recovers soon. So for the free kick now, it's back underway with Boubacar Kamara. Plays a free kick forward. They're headed down by Cucurella. Won in by the substitute, Badiashile. And here's Cole Palmer. Palmer, good ball here to Pedro Neto now. Corner of the penalty area. Neto, can he get the cross in? Oh, he does, but it was blocked that time. And here's Neto again. We're on the hour mark now. It's Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. And here's the number 25 Caicedo. Back to Badiashile. And across to Colwell. And now here's Marc Cucurella. Good ball by Cucurella to Sancho. Delivers it back to Cucurella, who's been operating like a quarterback today. And here's Badiashile. And it's Colwell again. Back to Cucurella. All games, the 3 games that have started early today, all have had goals in them. Latest scores: Manchester United 4, Everton 0, Tottenham 1, Fulham 0. As there is a foul here by Matty Cash on Enzo Fernandez, and it looks like Matthew Cash is going to go into the referee's notebook here for that challenge. It's his second yellow card of the season for Matty Cash. And the game is back underway here. Cucurella was taking the free kick quickly, but a little too quickly for Stuart Atwell's taste. And now Aston Villa are going to bring on Ross Barkley for Boubacar Kamara. So Boubacar Kamara comes off and Ross Barkley is coming on for the Villains. Ross Barkley's career really revived in the top flight with his season with Luton last season, and has now got a deal at Aston Villa, and he is on now to face Chelsea to see if he can help get his side back into the game. Badiashile gives the ball there to Colwell, who gives the ball to Cucurella. And there's Lavia. Lavia back to Colwell, back to Cucurella. And it's Lavia again. Holds the ball up well, Lavia. And just tries to get the ball forward. Here's Sancho. And here's Fernandez. And Fernandez just plays the ball down there to Badiashile. Here's Lavia again. Lavia, long ball over onto the right, to the left-hand side, but that's a good interception that time. Good work there by Ezri Konsa. That's played back to the goalkeeper, Emiliano Martinez. Robin Olsen, but Robin Olsen puts the ball out of play. There's been a goal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Fulham have equalised, and the goal scorer is Tom Kearney, equalising on 67 minutes at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So that game is all tied up. Throw-in by Caicedo. Nipping in and winning the ball back there, though, is Rodgers. And the ball is played forward, looking for Luca Dean. Good sliding challenge by Caicedo to win the ball back. And it's now with the number 5 here, Badiashile, but Luca Dean is down right now. And he doesn't look in a good state there. Looks like he was caught late here. Yes, well, it was a fair challenge, but you can see Caicedo just followed through there. And Luca Dean went over the top. Nothing wrong with the challenge at all. But Luca Dean felt it, nevertheless. And he's, excuse me, he's back on his feet right now. And John Duran preparing himself to come on for Aston Villa right now. And there is also somebody else down there preparing himself to come on as well. And so Villa are about to make a double substitution at the moment. Here's Cucurella. And Colwell delivers it back to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Back to Colwell. Plays the ball forward. And it's picked up by Lavia. Back to Casado. Casado plays the ball long, looking for Jackson. It's Jackson in here. Real chance for Jackson. Oh, good work by Robin Olsen. Bravely jumping down to the feet of Nicholas Jackson. And in the end, it comes off the Chelsea forward and goes behind for a goal kick. But you can see here, it's poor defending by Conter. It just bounces off him. And really good, brave work by the goalkeeper, Robin Olsen. Just getting down to his feet there. And it just goes out of play. And it's Robin Olsen now with the goal kick. And he just plays the ball there to Luca Dean. Luca Dean just, it's almost won back there by Casado as Villa once again turned the ball over inside their own half of the field. John McGinn is claiming he was fouled. Stuart Atwell going over to sort this out. But it looks like we're going to see a substitution. And you can see here, let's have a look. It looks like, yes, there was definitely a foul by Romeo Lavia there. And see whether the substitution is now taking place. Morgan Rogers has come off. He's one of them that's come off. And John Duran has come on. And I didn't quite see who that last substitution was. It looks like it's Leon Bailey who is on. And Philogene who is off. So we're going to go through them again for you in a moment. So Jaden Philogene and Morgan Rogers are off. And Leon Bailey and John Duran are on for Aston Villa, making that their third and fourth substitutions of this game. And it's back with Robin Olsen. Olsen holds the ball up. There's 24 minutes to go here. And it's Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. Back to the goalkeeper, Robin Olsen. Robin Olsen holds the ball up now. He's just going to deliver the ball downfield. And chasing up to try to win this ball is Leon Bailey. But that's a good piece of work there by Mark Cucurella, who clears the ball out of play. So a complete attacking overhaul for Villa, taking off Philogene and Rogers and bringing on Bailey and Duran. We'll see if that helps get Villa back into this game. 67 minutes gone here at Stamford Bridge. It's still 2-0 to the Villains. Here's Duran. Duran gets a shot away, but it's blocked. And the ball is, he's looking for Pedro Neto, but that is really good work by Pau Torres. Torres has got Luca Dean overlapping. Luca Dean gets a crossing towards the back post. It's headed away by Cucurella to Leon Bailey, and Leon Bailey allows the ball to go out of play, and it's going to be a throw-in to Aston Villa, as it is level with the Villa penalty, with the Chelsea penalty area. Matty Cash is going to take it on the far side, looking for options left and right. Wonder if he's going to try for a long one. He does. John Duran trying to get up there. Nicholas Jackson up there. He heads the ball out of play. Not out of play, rather, but as far as Pau Torres. Torres launches the ball back into the penalty area. Mark Cucurella gets the header out, only as far as John Duran. And here's Tielemans. And just skipping away here is Ross Barkley, but he's dispossessed his Barkley, and here's Cole Palmer. Palmer lifts the ball over on the far side here to the number 15, Nicholas Jackson, and he's got Ezri Konsa in front of him. Jackson, he tried to pull it back to Fernandez, but it was straight to Ross Barkley, and Barkley tries to clear the ball away, but only gives it back to Casado. And Chelsea have been given a gift here, really, in terms of possession. Here's Pedro Neto. Neto plays the ball back into his own half of the field. And it's picked up here by the number 25, Casado. Goes back to the goalkeeper, Robert Sanchez. Chelsea just killing this game right now. Here's Pedro Neto. They've got a double substitution on the way as well. And here's Cole Palmer across to Fernandez. Fernandez cuts and strides, gets a shot away, takes a deflection and goes behind. And that is going to be a corner. We are going to see Noni Madueke, I think. I'm not sure who the other one is. But I think one of them is Noni Madueke. Yes, the other one is Christopher Nkunku. So the second and third substitution, I think Nicholas Jackson will be making way. I'm not sure who the other one is, but a goal today for Nicholas Jackson. Really good work by him, and also Jadon Sancho is the other one making way for Chelsea. So Jadon Sancho and Nicholas Jackson making way for Noni Madueke and Christopher Nkunku. Jackson, good performance today. Probably could have had more than one. Certainly when he was gifted the ball by Emiliano Martinez in the first half. But he was not able to sufficiently punish that. It's going to be a corner now to Chelsea. And it's Cole Palmer that is going to take it with 20 minutes to go. I'm going to be thinking about my player of the match soon. Cole Palmer swings in towards the back post. It just bounces out to Madueke, who gets the cross in. And hacked away there. Noni Madueke just trying to get the cross in there, but it was cleared away. And now Aston Villa hold up possession with Leon Bailey. Bailey plays the ball across to Tielemans. Tielemans just inside his own half of the field. Plays the ball down the left-hand side to Luca Dean. Luca Dean overlapping here is McGinn. McGinn gets the cross in, and it's just headed out of play by Marc Cucurella, who really has been outstanding today for Chelsea. Done a lot of the little things right. The cross comes in, and it's just headed out of play. And it's going to be a corner now for Chelsea. Just trying to see who it is that's going over to take it on that far side. Enzo Fernandez is in there. Casado is in there. And Nkunku is in there. Badiashile as well. As Enzo Fernandez just doing some work on the armband. Well, just waiting now. There's a slight delay. Enzo Fernandez and Ollie Watkins are clung together right now. Finally, the corner comes in by Tielemans. A header on by Duran and headed off the line. Oh, that's a superb piece of defending by Levi Colwell. The header by John Duran and just off the line by Levi Colwell. And that is an opportunity there, certainly, for Villa to get back into this game. They're going to get another opportunity here now from a corner. And set-piece goals are 6 this season for Aston Villa. And once again, there is a lot of dysfunction going on right now in the penalty area. Stuart Atwell going over to try to sort it out. And I think he's going to... I don't know what the delay is here. Stuart Atwell just having a word with Pau Torres. Finally, I think we are going to get the corner now, and it's Yuri Tielemans. He's going to outswing another one here. Cross coming in. Oh, it's dropped by Sanchez, but Chelsea just managed to clear it away to the edge of the area, headed back in. And Sanchez there for a moment. It looks like the referee has given him the benefit of the doubt of a foul. Their flag has gone up as well. Let's take a look here. You see Chelsea players step forward here. It's it's offside anyway. But it's a free kick to Chelsea, and we have 16 minutes to go in this one. At Stamford Bridge, it's Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. And this is going to be interesting now as time goes on. Villa are going to have to try to get back into this game, try and get a goal to try and put some pressure on Chelsea. But so far that hasn't looked like coming. The ball is cleared downfield and headed on by Lavia and headed away by Pau Torres, and Ollie Watkins tries to bring the ball down. John McGinn gains it control and drops it back to Konsa, and it's a foul on John McGinn, and it's going to be a free kick for Fulham inside the centre circle. The free kick is taken quickly. It goes to Luca Dean down the left-hand side. He gives it to John Duran. Duran tries to pull the ball in the middle, but it's only straight to Casado there. And Chelsea coming forward with Cole Palmer now. He's getting into the box. Palmer, can he get the shot away? Oh, really good block by Pau Torres. And Palmer has been shut down today. And here's Cole Palmer again. He's looking for options. He's got Cucurella over alongside him. Cucurella has got Fernandez over on this left-hand side. Fernandez will try to get the cross in. Oh, it's a good block that time by Matty Cash, and it goes out of play for a throw-in. Matty Cash just having a laugh with Pedro Neto. Goodness me, if you're a Villa player, there's very little to smile and laugh about right now. As Mark Cucurella takes a throw in, and it's thrown into the penalty area and hacked away, only as far as Nkunku, but looks like there was a foul by Nkunku, and it's going to be a free kick to the Villains. And let's see, yes, it's going to be John Duran who was fouled then, is going to take the free kick. He moves away, in fact. And with 15 minutes to go, Robin Olsen is just going to take this one short. Cash. Konsa. Back to Robin Olsen. And it's a short ball here to Torres. Or Ross Barkley, I should say. Barkley just holds the ball up. And he just tries to play the ball forward, but he only succeeds in giving the ball to Lavia. And this has been the story of Aston Villa's performance in this match, really. And that's a good ball by Fernandez over on the far side to Pedro Neto. And here's Cucurella. Cucurella. Palmer. Across to Neto. Neto. Back to Cucurella again. Done a wonderful job at the back. And almost been the springboard for every single Chelsea attack almost in this game. And here's Badiashile. Badiashile back to Sanchez. Colwell. Colwell holds the ball up. He now decides to go forward over the halfway line. Colwell drops the ball to Neto. And it's back once again to Cucurella. Cucurella to Lavia. And here's Casado. The ball is played down the right-hand side to Noni Madueke. Madueke back to Nkunku. Casado. Madueke. Madueke plays the ball to Nkunku again. Cuts inside. Is he going to get the shot away, Nkunku? Plays it short, but a cross over to Cucurella. Cucurella to Neto. Can he get the cross in? Neto. And they're bouncing around there. They're claiming handball of Villa, but the ball is. They eventually get the ball away anyway. And Bailey plays the ball long, looking for John Duran, but John Duran nowhere near that one. It goes all the way through to Robert Sanchez, who's had to make a couple of saves on Ollie Watkins today, but it really has been a quiet day for him. And a frustrating day on the whole for the travelling Aston Villa fans. As here's Pedro Neto. Tries to play the ball into Nkunku, but it doesn't. But Villa win the ball back. And here's Tielemans. Drops it back to Barkley. Barkley is fouled by Fernandez, and it's going to be a free kick to Chelsea. It is Chelsea 2, Aston Villa 0. 12 minutes to go at Stamford Bridge, and it's back with the number 4 Ezri Konsa, given to Pau Torres. Forward here to Luca Dean from Barkley, from John McGinn, and it's back with the number 14 Pau Torres. 12 minutes to go at Stamford Bridge, and at the moment it's looking very much likely like a Chelsea victory right now, as Villa have just not created enough in this game and have just given the ball away too many times. The ball is played forward now to Bailey. Let's see what he can do, Leon Bailey. Cuts into the penalty area, Bailey, but that's a fine challenge by Cucurella, who has just dealt with every offending chance by Aston Villa in a very, very good way this afternoon. Another fine challenge there, this time on Leon Bailey. Fulham have been reduced to 10 men. The goal scorer, Tom Kearney, has been given a straight red on 82 minutes. So Fulham down to 10 men at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It's now back with Sanchez. Want to thank you very much for joining us for this afternoon's game, spending your valuable time with us. It's much appreciated. Here's Neto now, trying to get away from Matty Cash. Neto drops the ball back to Cucurella. Cucurella to Fernandez. Want to let you know we've the second part of our double header coming today, and that's from Anfield, where Ross Vernon will bring coverage of the big game this afternoon between Liverpool and Manchester City at Anfield. We'll see whether Manchester City can return to winning ways, or whether their run of draws and defeats will continue, as Cash now picks up the loose ball. 10 minutes to play. I will be giving you my player of the match in about 7 or 8 minutes time. As here's Pau Torres. Torres plays the ball forward. It's now with Luca Dean. Luca Dean forward to John McGinn. McGinn, good challenge by Badiashile. Excellent work that time by the Frenchman. And the throw-in is going to be taken by Luca Dean. He gives the ball to Pau Torres. Drop back there by Tielemans as far as Ezri Konsa. Ball forward played this time by Tielemans, getting the ball back. Ollie Watkins plays the ball to Leon Bailey, corner of the penalty area, right-hand side. Tries to get a shot at the cross in. Blocked once more by Marc Cucurella. And Chelsea continue to defend very, very well. And it's across to Pau Torres. Torres tries to play the ball through, but that is good work by Caicedo. Caicedo is looking to set off Cole Palmer on his way. It's an inspired run by Caicedo, given to Cole Palmer. Palmer again. This time is tripped, surely that time, by Ross Barkley, and it is a free kick to Chelsea, who have looked very much in control of this game today. Well, you begin to wonder just what is coming next for Villa. They've really been thoroughly outplayed today, and at every level, really. And it's going to be a free kick now. And Ezri Konsa and Cole Palmer are standing over this one. And there's just a slight delay on who's going to take it. Maybe Cole Palmer himself. It's played short, in fact, to Noni Madueke. Madueke holds the ball up. Cole Palmer making the run. He picks it up on the edge of the area. Palmer shoots. Oh, that's magnificent. That is absolutely magnificent. He curls the ball into the top right-hand corner, leaving Robin Olsen rooted to the spot. And Chelsea put the cherry on top of a magnificent performance today, leading by 3-0. And Cole Palmer, who for the most part has been kept quiet today, jumps up with a absolutely stunning strike from just on the edge of the penalty area. And it is 3-0 to Chelsea. Cole Palmer's goal on 83 minutes, a super strike. I mean, you can just see it just curl into the top corner. The steward sat down there, just got an excellent view. And into the top corner. That was truly magnificent, as Villa waiting to make another substitution. That'll be their final one, bringing on Emiliano Buendia, but I don't suppose it matters now. It's 3-0 with 6 minutes to go, and in my opinion, this game is that's all she wrote, really. Fastest players to score 30 goals in the Premier League. Cole Palmer, 46 games. He's only behind Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank, Also of Chelsea with 41 games to reach that total as well. Emiliano Buendia has in fact come on, and it's Ollie Watkins that has come off, and boy is he cutting a frustrated figure right now. He's had 2 opportunities today as Ollie Watkins to get himself back into to get Villa back into this game, but both has been squandered. Here's Romeo Lavia, gives the ball to Madueke. Madueke down the right-hand side. Chelsea looking to make a substitution as well. Pau Torres challenges him there. I think the referee might have given a foul here. It's going to be a yellow card for Pau Torres for the challenge on Noni Madueke. And it is going to be a free kick here. Late challenge that time. Chelsea looking forward to bringing on a substitute as well. See who is coming on there. Looks like Chelsea are looking to bring on a double substitution. João Felix being one, and I'm just trying to see who the other one is. Cole Palmer is coming off. This will round up the 5 substitutes for Chelsea. So João Felix is on for Cole Palmer. And coming on is Malo Gusto as well. We're just trying to see who's coming off the Malo Gusto, and it's Romeo Lavia who is making way for Malo Gusto as we'll go through those substitutes for you again. So Malo Gusto and João Felix replace Cole Palmer and Romeo Lavia as the ball is played long and just intercepted there by Badiashile, and that's played back to the goalkeeper by Malo Gusto. Gets his first touch of the game as he's introduced onto this game now. And here's Buendia now for Aston Villa. Gives the ball to John Duran. John Duran tries to play the ball forward, but that's a really good block. And here is Noni Madueke. Gives the ball to Nkunku, and the ball is looking back for Noni Madueke, but it just goes all the way through to Pau Torres. So both sides having used their 5 substitutions right now, and it is looking like a comfortable win for Chelsea today. Noni Madueke has also picked up a yellow card. Not quite sure what that was for exactly, but he has picked up a yellow card as well. As time ticking down at Stamford Bridge, where Chelsea are looking very dominant today. And here is the number 6, Levi Colwell. I'm going to give you the player of the match at the next stoppage in play. And I can tell you it is not one of the goal scorers. But I will give you the player of the match in a moment. Here's Cucurella, plays it forward there to Caicedo. Caicedo to João Felix. To Enzo Fernandez. Back to Caicedo. And across on the far side to Pedro Neto. 3 minutes to go. Here is Gusto. Gusto back to Badiashile. And across to the number 6 there for Chelsea, Levi Colwell. Colwell just holds the ball up. I think Villa will be quite happy for this game to come to an end and return to the training ground to prepare for their next games. Looking at the next games in the league for both sides, looks like Chelsea have an away trip to Southampton, and I'll get to Villa in a moment. And there's a chance, and Felix makes a set. The shot comes in, and it's headed over the crossbar. João Felix forces a really good save from Robin Olsen, and Noni Madueke struck the ball across to Felix, but he heads it over the crossbar. Good save by Robin Olsen, and actually it was a good double save, in fact. João Felix could not put the ball into the back of the net. It was a very tight angle, and there's going to be a yellow card given here to João Felix. Aston Villa's next game is Brentford at home on Wednesday, so you can kind of see they'll need to prepare for that. They don't have much rest time, being honest. And so game is back underway, and Barkley under pressure there from his opposite number. And the ball is played forward here to the number 12, Luca Dean. And the referee stops play for a free kick. So we might as well give you our player of the match now. Today's player of the match, I've decided to give to Mark Cucurella of Chelsea for his outstanding defensive work. Every time Villa came forward, Cucurella was there defensively, blocking out Villa attacks, and also for his ability to start many of the Chelsea breakaway attacks as well. So today's player of the match, as sponsored by Commentary Services, goes to Chelsea's number 3, Mark Cucurella. And it's just a slight stoppage in play right now as we wait to get the game back underway. It is now back underway. And here is Tielemans. Tielemans, it's once again a stoppage in play again. It's full-time at Old Trafford. Manchester United 4, Everton 0. So Ruben Amorim gets his Manchester United campaign off to a winning start at Old Trafford on his home debut. As it's Enzo Fernandez, not Enzo Fernandez, sorry, Yuri Tielemans, who's going to take the free kick. And we've got 5 minutes of stoppage time. It's launched into the box to Duran. Here's a chance for Pau Torres, but cleared behind as the frustration for Aston Villa continues. And this time, the ball came into John Duran. It's a good save by Sanchez, really. And Levi Colwell this time to the rescue. Good piece of defending by him, as it's a corner to Aston Villa. It's been cut a frustrating day for them. We've got 5 minutes of stoppage time. It's Buendia with a corner. It's headed out. Back to the edge of the area and struck over the bar by John McGinn. And it is still 3-0 to Chelsea as we are winding down in this game. We've got the second half of our double header after this. Liverpool versus Manchester City. Join Russ Vernon for that one. And Unai Emery just looking very, very frustrated now, as it's going to be 8 without a win for Villa in all competitions. And they're going to need to turn this around. They have an opportunity to do that when they return home against Brentford on Wednesday. Also, we have a commentary for you on Wednesday as well. Mike Harneman is bringing you Manchester United versus Arsenal. And I would normally bring you that game myself, but unfortunately I am working that day. So that will be Mike Harneman that will bring you that game on Wednesday night. Join Mike for that. And the ball is out of play. It's going to be a throw-in to Chelsea. And you can see here, the throw-in is going to be taken by Matty Cash. It's in fact a free kick. Matty Cash takes it quickly, sends it back to Robin Olsen. Cole Palmer there. His record at Stamford Bridge, 23 appearances, 22 goals and 6 assists. Such an impressive record for Cole Palmer since he's moved from Manchester City. And Pep Guardiola really must be kicking himself for letting Cole Palmer go. Here's Noni Madueke now for Chelsea. Noni Madueke pulls the ball back here to Malo Gusto. The ball across is to Casado. And here's Badiashile to Colwell. Colwell now. We've played almost 3 minutes of the 5 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this game. Here is Gusto. Back to João Felix. Felix drops the ball back to Badiashile. And Badiashile one more time gets the ball back. Gusto drops the ball back to Casado. Here is Mark Cucurella. And it's Mark Cucurella, our player of the match today. He's not put a foot wrong all afternoon, really. He's been absolutely fantastic. Here's João Felix. Full time at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Fulham 1 in the London derby there. With Fulham, of course, were down to 10 men. Here's Cucurella. Cucurella drops the ball to Malo Gusto. Good ball forward there. Down onto the right-hand side by Nkunku. And it's picked up there by João Pedro. Pedro holds the ball up, gives the ball back to Mark Cucurella. Cucurella again, he's just going to take the ball back into his own half of the field and play the ball to Malo Gusto. Gusto to Casado. Chelsea, game management now, just keeping possession. Here's João Felix. Felix to Noni Madueke. It was a rather hard ball there. It bounced off Noni Madueke and went out of play. We've got a minute of stoppage time of the 5 left in this one for this game. Chelsea looking like they're running out by winners here today. They are 3-0 up, as Villa, I think, just want to get on the bus and go home. It's been a sobering afternoon for them. Here's Casado. Plays the ball through here to the edge of the area to Felix with a shot. Oh, it whistles just wide. Oh, that was close to being 4 that time. It was actually Nkunku there. Not a million miles away at all. Robin Olsen was scrambling. And it goes behind for a goal kick. At full time, just before Russ takes over, I'm going to be giving you the full-time scores from the Premier League and the Championship yesterday, and plus the scores from today's game. So Robin Olsen clears the ball downfield, and the referee blows full-time. Less than 5 minutes, really, by a few seconds, but I don't think Villa will complain. It's full-time at Stamford Bridge, and it's been a sobering afternoon for Aston Villa as Chelsea win by 3-0. Goals by Nicholas Jackson on 7 minutes, Cole Palmer on 83, and Enzo Fernandez on 36 means that Chelsea move back into 3rd place, just behind Arsenal on goals scored. But a wonderful afternoon for Chelsea as they put in a solid performance today. So before we wrap up today, let's just go through yesterday's scores in the Premier League and the Championship. In the Premier League, it was Brentford 4, Leicester 1, Crystal Palace 1, Newcastle United 1, Nottingham Forest 1, Ipswich Town 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 2, Bournemouth 4, West Ham United 2, Arsenal 5. In the Sky Bet Championship, the games from yesterday: Middlesbrough 3, Hull 1, Oxford United 1, Millwall 1, Watford 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, Blackburn Rovers 1, Leeds United 0, Bristol City 4, Plymouth Argyle 0, Coventry City 2, Cardiff City 2, Norwich City 4, Luton Town 2, Preston North End 1, West Bromwich Albion 1, Stoke City 0, Burnley 2, Swansea 2, Portsmouth 2. And the Premier League scores today, these are all final. Of course, Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0, you've heard. Manchester United 4, Everton 0, and Tottenham 1, Fulham 1. Still one more game to come in the Premier League today. You can hear it live on the commentary hub. It's Liverpool versus Manchester City, live audio commentary, which Russ will bring you in a little while. So for the time being then, we end today with a dominant performance by Chelsea, sending out a warning to the rest of the Premier League. It's not just Arsenal, Liverpool and City fighting for the title. Full time at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea 3, Aston Villa 0. Bye for now.